I do not.
Yeah.
Fear does not exist in this dojo, does it?
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Shut up.
Break, not hit back.
Silly Caucasian girl likes to play with samurai swords.
You will all refer to me by the name Betty.
I know Kung Fu.
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
I said I don't want trouble.
Only a ninja can destroy a ninja.
Defeat does not exist in this dojo, does it? No, Sensei!
Now, who wants to go home? And who wants to go with me?
All right, and welcome to the KickFlix podcast. KickFlix. Yeah. It's like Netflix, but with a kick. Welcome, where you come to listen to and watch people, fans of martial arts films, talk about and review martial arts movies, mostly in a loving way, but always comedically. I am Nary Science. With me, as usual, is Jeff.
Hello.
And then Mike.
KickFlix.
All right, and back again is our guest for this episode, like he was last episode, for Daniel Di Bona. Also,
what up, y'all?
Also, co-host of the MtGeekmore podcast, also found on geekbro.net. Thank you guys for checking us out, man. So we are going to be talking about Enter the Ninja. This is
against our will.
1980. This is 1981's Enter the Ninja, correct? Mike, why don't you read the IMDb description of this?
Here we go. 1981, the year I was born. This movie is as old as I am. After passing a ninja master test in Japan, Cole visits a war buddy in the Philippines. He helps him fight men who want his buddy's plantation.
You've just knocked up.
He helps him fight men who want his buddy's plantation. That's it. That's all of it.
Was there a comma? Was there a hard period after men or something? Like,
There's a comma.
After you mentioned that beginning thing, you just knocked up the score by half a point for me right now.
Yeah.
The way they described it.
Yeah.
Go to 5.5 then. The Wikipedia is a bit more descriptive. It says, Enter the Ninja is a 1981 American martial arts film directed by Manham Golan and starring Franco Nero, Susan George, Christopher George. Is there a relation? And Sho Kosugi. The film is about a martial artist, named Cole, who is visiting his friend Frank in the Philippines. On arrival, Cole learns that his friend is being harassed by the wealthy businessman Charles Venarius, who wants Frank's land for the oil underneath. Frank and his wife are continuously thwarted by Cole, who defends them with his martial arts skills. Learning of Cole's presence, Venarius hires his own ninja. The film was originally intended to be directed by Emmett Alston and to star Mike Stone. Early in the production, Alston was replaced by Golan, but stayed on as second unit director. And Stone was replaced with Nero, but stayed on as a fight double and a fight/stunt coordinator. The film began a brief craze of ninja-themed films in the early 80s and was the first film of the quote, hard quotes here, the Ninja Trilogy, which is an anthology series from the Canon Group, which includes Revenge of the Ninja and Ninja 3, The Domination.
News Bro will be very familiar with how many times we've talked about Ninja 3, The Domination.
Yes, correct.
So news to me from that Wikipedia description, this movie had a fight coordinator.
Somebody had to show them to go like this every time.
Yes. That's funny.
I genuinely feel bad for the people. Like, if you have, so I'm going to save my stuff for the end. But what if you're going to watch this movie on our recommendation?
Don't.
Think about it.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I like this movie. I'm kidding.
No. But it's man. it is a very much a product of its time.
Yes.
But I'm curious as to the fact that the director was like demoted and stuck around. The star was removed.
But do you know who the director ended up being?
No.
Golan is one of the guys who ran Canon Films.
Oh.
So the guy who was gonna direct it stuck around. I'm assuming this is total conjecture here, because the guy who ended up directing it ran the studio. So what's he gonna say? Go fuck yourself? He'll be fucking himself out of future work. So he'll be like, I guess I'll stick around. I guess. And so there's that. Canon has a very, very interesting history, and there are two, not one, but there are two documentaries on the whole Canon film production company. So I highly recommend both of them.
Yeah.
By the way, the reason there's two is because Golan found out that there was going to be a documentary about them, and he decided to make his own documentary about them, which is so Canon. That's such a Canon thing to do. Anyways, let's go by 60-second overall thoughts on the movie. Is it your first time watching the movie? What do you think about the movie when you watched it? So on and so on. Di Bona, what are your 60-second overall thoughts on this film?
So this is my first time seeing this movie. I honestly, I don't even know that I'd ever even heard of it before I went to see it. It had some bright points. It wasn't spectacular. Some of the biggest takeaways from this movie are like, look, man, if you're gonna kick somebody, fucking kick somebody. Like, I'm just like every time somebody got kicked in this movie, I was like, I'm not buying it. Like, I've seen actors get kicked without getting injured, and you're not even trying. And I guess hearing the Wikipedia description now, finding out that this was kind of the birth of this white guy becomes a ninja thing that ended up happening in Hollywood. I guess maybe, it laid the groundwork for a lot of stuff. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either.
Di Bona was like, there's good, and then there's this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just, man, just kick somebody. Just kick somebody. Like I'm a wrestling fan, and they always say, like when you get in there, like they'll tell you, just hit me. Like we need to make this work. Like, and that's what somebody should have said to these actors. Like, just kick somebody.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of
camera in the right place.
Yeah. I'm more about that than the actual kicking somebody. That's the worst example you could have given Di Bona. Like, look, I'm a fan of wrestling. Sure, a lot of these guys have had major fucking head trauma and have gone on to perform awful acts in their personal life because of the damage that they received to their brains. But fucking hit me, bro. Just fucking hit me.
I'm not saying you gotta kick them in the head. If you're kicking somebody's hand, kick the shit out of their hand.
Jeff, what do you think about 60-second overall thought about this movie? Is it the first time you saw the movie?
So I'm 90% sure this wasn't the first time I saw the movie. I just don't remember. I remembered seeing that opening sequence. I didn't remember the opening sequence. I know that I've seen this movie. It was like watching it brand new. I kind of, considering that it's in the trilogy with Ninja 3 The Domination, I already knew kind of what I was expecting to come into this. It exceeded those expectations, and not necessarily, like it exceeded those expectations. You know me, I like campy, I like ridiculous. You can tell that I think they tried to be serious, and then they realized this is not going to be serious. It was like an Evil Dead kind of situation where they changed it. I dug it. I have a lot to say about it, so I hope we can get it in the hour. But yeah, I thought for the time period, it's exactly what Mike said. It's a product of its time. This is the classic late 70s, early 80s type of movie.
Okay. Mike, what'd you think?
Well, there's a lot of whiffs in this movie, and not just in the fight choreography. First of all, who wants to have a good old-fashioned cockfight? Hey, how do we pass the time? Who's got the cocks? Let's pull them out.
Cockfight time.
Also, like, I had forgotten how much of this. Well, because I forgot, and I can't remember if Ninja 3 The Domination is the same way, but because it's in that trilogy, I went and I didn't realize literally the whole movie is ADR, like the whole movie is dubbed, And Franco Nero is actually like this super Italian guy because I the second I saw him on camera, I was like, oh shit, that's the guy from Django. That's the guy from fucking John Wick 2. That he's the continental guy in the other one. But the whole so I'm guessing English is not his first language. He's an Italian actor, or
maybe he's just a fucking actor, Mike. And maybe those roles called for him to not. But maybe for those roles, they called for him to have an accent.
And also, this movie has the most.
You know, Tom Hanks doesn't really talk like he's from Alabama. You are aware of this, right?
Yeah, no, but Franco Nero is Italian and talks like he's Italian. And then this actor whoever they chose to do the voiceover was like, "Hi, I am a ninja. I am going to fight you." You know, like, and also this movie has the worst misunderstanding of how a hook prosthesis works I've ever seen in my life. It was a thing of bullshit beauty. It was amazing. This movie is hot garbage and deserves all of the ire that it's going to get from me in the next, 50 minutes.
Like Mike is one step away from doing that. The Billy Madison. He's like, and we are all now stupider for watching it.
Yes.
I am a fucking fan of this movie. I have seen this movie before, but like Jeff, I know that I've seen the movie, but I didn't remember most of it because I know I watched it as a kid. Fact, I know I watched it as a kid. However, when I'm watching this movie as a kid, I am not paying attention to dialogue. I am not paying attention to the story. I'm just give me the fight, give me the fight, give me the fight, give me the fight. Give me here goes the next fight. There we go. That's all I cared about. And then I'm like, why is he not just like a ninja? Why is he not just like a ninja? Why is he not there? Just like a ninja. Let's go. That's all I cared about when I was a kid. So watching this movie now as an adult, it was basically watching it for the first time, and I fucking loved every cheesy, horrible minute of it. It was phenomenal. It was everything that it was supposed to be. I disagree with Jeff that as far as it being a serious movie and then it turned into like they realized what it turned into. I think that they continue to make this movie as thinking that it was a serious film. Knowing the history I know about knowing the history I know about canon, they made these movies because they flat out said a million times, everybody, the producer, director, ninja movies are cheap to make, and they make them fast. So they made these movies like within 3 weeks. It took them 3 or 4 weeks to make a fucking movie. They pumped it out. They were super cheap, and they made a boatload of money. Like that's why the ninja craze started, because everybody kept watching these movies, and people were like, they're super cheap to make. We can't find details. Jeff and I looked up for details on how much it brought in as far as domestically or whatever. I don't think it was a fucking theatrical release. I don't think it was, because there was zero. There was like nothing. I'm like, I don't think there was a theatrical release, but we know the budget.
It was 1.5.
And I can tell you the Blu-ray, the amount of money that's made through Blu-ray, $45 million. But I can't tell you the amount of money that I sold in theaters because, again, 81 and who knows, whatever.
This movie
I love
made
this movie.
$45 million on
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray
sales? Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, Blu-ray / DVD. No,
are you
there's
lying?
No, there's a website.
Liar is what
so you're telling
Wait. There's a website called The Numbers. You have to put a dash in between the word the and numbers. The-numbers.com, and it'll tell you everything about every movie, all the financials, the breakdowns of every movie. So you type in Enter the Ninja, where it says search in the middle page, and then that's where it comes up. And then you press other information, and then it'll come up DVD sales, and it'll come up with DVD.
So at $10 to $20 a pop, you're telling me that this thing sold 2 to 3 million copies on Blu-ray?
2 of them in my house, sir. 2 of them in my house. So yeah, you motherfucking right, sir.
Where is?
I
have that movie on DVD and I have it on digital. I'm sorry, not digital. I wasn't able to buy it on digital because Dave beat me to it. But I had that movie on no lie, no exaggeration, VHS and DVD, and I was gonna get it on digital, but Dave beat me to it. That's it. So yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those.
The total estimated domestic video sales is $73,471. I don't know where you're getting 45 million from.
Give me a second. Hold on.
We're talking numbers that seem more right.
Yeah.
Dude, because do you understand? $45 million.
Oh, did I get that wrong? I'm sorry. Hold on. I apologize. I was looking up.
Very wrong.
Yo,
hold on, man. I was taking
Like,
it easy,
fucking,
dude.
like,
You
this
act like
movie
I'm
is
making.
platinum.
You act like if I'm a fucking producer trying to fucking raise up the stock value of the film. I made a mistake.
You're the one saying
Sure.
the thing went double to quadruple platinum.
Yeah.
we're just living in your world right now.
in my own house.
No, you're right. You're right. 73,471. I apologize.
But you know what, Near, you're absolutely
I was
right.
looking up multiple films earlier throughout the day, so I apologize. I got the wrong numbers. Jesus.
But you're absolutely right, because I should have realized, that they were trying to take this seriously, because I didn't know that shooting a bow and arrow in the credit scene is Looney Tunes. Because they used
oh no,
a Looney Tunes
I am
soundboard.
not saying that this movie is not ridiculous. I am saying that they were still trying to make it fucking real.
At one point, the thing, the guy with the hook on his hand runs away and it goes wah, 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 wah. Yeah, they were.
And you didn't love this. And you didn't love this movie. And you didn't love this movie. What the fuck, man? I mean,
notes.
It
Oh my
was.
God.
They should have just used
So
the
many notes.
Price is
First of
Right.
all,
Dun, 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 dun.
Bro, I
I
have like so
literally,
much
I
notes.
said that. I
have so
said that
many
as one of my notes. Oh my god, the fucking Price is Right's loser horn.
That Neary
Alright,
was
so-
messaging me as he was watching this, and all of his notes matched mine. Like you
Oh
said,
my-
the
first of all-
cockfights. Cockfighting thing was the best thing.
Let's start from the beginning.
Yes.
The opening
With
scene.
the
He's in the
longest
jungle.
2.5 minutes in
he's in
cinema
a-
history of
he's
the
in the
opening
jungle.
credits.
He's in the jungle.
Before you even get to the jungle, they spent 2.5 minutes of black screen with guys like randomly doing
It's the same
weapon
guy.
moves. Yeah,
the same
It's
guy.
the same
doing different-
guy.
Just,
It's
And he
the-
sucks at some of them.
and it was
it-
barely music. It was the longest. I literally
First of all,
paused it to be like,
that's-
how long have I been
I'm
watching
sorry
this
you don't like. I'm sorry you don't like Kata, sir. That was beautiful. That was much better Kata than what was done in fucking Sidekicks. I'll tell you that much right now. So
I love that
No.
this was one of
The
the
bar
cars
is
just from doing
literally
this.
on the ground.
oh, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
so-
You could tell he was bad at the chain thing because
Yeah.
all
Oh,
he did
you-
was this. And I was like, when is he gonna do some spinny shit?
And
And
then
it
the
was like,
blowgun.
and cut. But there's a guy in the movie that gets hit with a blowgun 16 times where he could have literally just gone like that. Like, because it wouldn't have gone through his shirt.
And
I
there was like
was
16
laughing
times
So
in like
hard where he's like, oh.
it was like a
Guys!
rapid fire thing. He was like,
I was like, how many darts did this guy load in this thing at one time? Because now he was like,
all right,
Yeah,
let's get to the beginning. There's a guy that we soon find out is in training, but he is in a jungle and he's wearing white, which already.
the white, red, and
The
black.
the beauty of this shit right here. Then he fucking fights all these guys, blah blah blah. He gets to the front door of the house.
He doesn't fight all the guys, because when he's facing the guy, one of my that I cackled is that they're facing up on the edge of the cliff, and him and the black ninja square up, and then he just goes and just takes off. Like they square up like they're about to fight and draw their swords, and he goes, nope, just runs away.
And the movie's like, I guess that I've had,
and then he ran off the side of the cliff, but kept going until he looked down.
Yeah. This movie was more cartoonish than Shaolin Soccer.
Legit. But this movie made it work.
This movie at one point, so again, because of the ideas I have about ninjas now, like about how acrobatic it all is, to go back and see like the origin where when they're jumping off of the cliff into the water, which makes no sense.
Which I thought was great, because I told Jeff, I go, I'm now at the part where they're reenacting TOC's waterfall video.
Yes. I was expecting, at least they could have got a guy to do like, I've done flips from higher things than that, like where you just like a big slow flip rather than just him going like he looked like an old man. That's what he looked like.
And then there was about 9 shurikens thrown in this movie, and I think 2 of them hit.
Oh yeah, it was so.
Dude, the guy at the beginning, the guy in the black, just goes like this.
Yeah.
He just shows the 2 shurikens and then drops down and then throws them into a tree.
And then he later on, that same dude misses again, and I was like, and I remember in my mind, and I remember thinking, I remember thinking to myself, dude, this is not your weapon. You should pick something
Did
else.
he
This is
seriously?
not.
He misses, and the camera cuts back to him, and he goes, "Shucks."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, no, he didn't say shark, but he was like, ugh,
The
I'm
subtitles
mad. And I'm
said
like,
ninja grunting or karate
Yes,
grunting.
yes.
I watch everything with subtitles, and
I
so
did
many of the
too.
subtitles
Karate
said
screams.
karate noises, karate yells, karate this, karate that, and the whole thing is ninjas. And I was like, man, did no one edit? Did no one watch? Like,
wait, all right. So hold on. So we get into the beginning, and then we find out it's a training. It's a training sequence. This was his test, right?
what's that fucking guy's head
his
off? How the
master's
fuck?
degree.
How does he cut that guy's head off?
It was a
So he says
LMD.
they get. So this is my note to Jeff. Wait, they get a certificate of completion for ninjutsu.
Yeah.
They
And-
get
and
a
I-
certificate of
I told him-
ninjutsu. It's like an auto mechanic class.
Yeah.
Like you take, it's like I could have taken auto mechanics, AC repair, or ninjutsu, and
Yeah.
I already
it was
have
an elective. I
already have 3 hours in ninjutsu, so I might as well just see the whole thing out. I might as well see that.
Yeah, I literally text him. I go, it's a master's degree in ninja.
He got a
Any
master's
credit
in
to-
ninja.
Do credits transfer from other schools or no?
Yeah, well, it depends on what.
his Congo credits. I think
Yeah.
rolled over to Japan because he had to go find another war.
I just remembered that at one point some guy goes to hire a ninja through a fucking talent
We
agent.
haven't gone there.
We got notes. We got notes, buddy. We got.
notes,
Wait,
my
hold
friend.
on. Hold your horses, sir. Hold your horses. We're gonna get to this masterpiece of story.
There's not
of
enough
script
suck to
writing.
go around in this movie. We got to take
Oh,
our
no.
time with it.
No, we got to take our time because we're gonna get to this masterpiece of script writing. Hold on, give me a second. Then this is so he takes out the scroll and he says everybody who's become a ninja is on this scroll. And I'm like, sir, there's like 4 names on this fucking scroll. What do you? This scroll's not even like they should have got a longer scroll. They should have got one that like keeps fucking rolling through the floor. Like you're gonna tell me that there's only 5 people have completed this course? That's some sad
And
shit.
I love that they make a whole big deal out of that, and then it's never mentioned again
Ever.
in the entire movie.
Never again. And then this is what I love. I love when they go. When he goes, you're gonna go to the Philippines. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna go see my friend. Blah blah. And then he goes, this is what the master tells the newly appointed ninja. Right? He says, use your strength to help the least fortunate. And I was like, they're fucking ninjas, not the Red Cross. What are you fucking talking about? The whole point of ninjas is our assassins, our stealth assassins.
And they even mention it later in the movie.
Plantation owner.
Yeah, literally a slave owner.
No, he pays them, dude. Come on now, he pays them. Don't be a dick. He pays them.
I mean, he's clearly colonized. Like he's clearly like
absolutely
100%. Stolen this land from somebody who's over there.
100%. No, and my favorite is
bought
that
it from the government that stole it from them. It's such a shit show to try and justify that. I was watching it. I was trying to get past the guy's got indentured servants or whatever the fuck you want to call them. But it's like
no, because he lets them leave when they quit. He quit. They don't. He doesn't. Yeah. He lets them leave. What are you talking about?
He does, but this ties in. It's a later scene, but he mentions, help the less fortunate. When he pulls up with the girl in the Jeep and the gang's there, they're beating up on the main guy, like worker guy, and he literally, if you watch the scene again, he casually walks out of the Jeep while the girl runs. When the girl gets hit and pushed down, he suddenly jumps like a fucking monkey across the fucking screen to like defend her.
Murders a man with a broken bench.
Yeah. And then the best sound effect ever, the
oh my god, the crank when he's cranking his arm. I was like,
Neri sent me the clip of that, and he was like, "This is the greatest thing ever."
It's so fantastic. It's so good. Like I'm enjoying the fuck out of this so much. Like it's so fucking great.
So and then ignore how out of shape everybody looks, though.
Yes. Oh yeah. So I have a question.
Oh yeah, this is exactly why, because it makes me believe I can be a ninja. Yeah, I'm fucking good with this.
I have a quick question. When and after dinner liqueur, that's still alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, because I didn't know if the ninja school they teach you how to like have discipline, but when he first gets there, the guy offers him, the James Caan lookalike offers him drinks, and he goes, no, I don't drink. And then the next scene after dinner, she's like, hey, do you want a liqueur? No, I don't drink. Come on, it's good for digestion. Okay. And it's like
I couldn't get over how
it'll settle my tummy.
Yeah.
Okay. Please.
You guys are forgetting the person asking him, One of them is a lifelong friend that served and protected him and had his back during a war, and the other one's a hot piece of ass. Fellas, who the fuck are you gonna say yes to, bro?
Her teeth look like somebody hit her with a shirt.
Oh, dude, she is not an attractive lady, but
No, she's not an ugly lady. But
I'm
like,
not saying she's ugly.
I just think like it was also hard to.
I'm just saying I'm not gonna fight no ninja for her.
I just love the idea. Like, I couldn't get past the idea of how like every stereotype of like what like everything we're fighting against now is literally in this movie. There's like, he treats his wife like shit. He's like he treats,
but not the ninja. The ninja treats her right, and he apologized for manhandling her earlier when she took out a fucking shotgun against him.
Because he straight grabbed that titty after he knocked her.
Yo, but she, first of all, can we talk about the fact that he's a ninja and this dude fucking creeped up on him with a shotgun before he didn't notice what was happening? I'm like, oh, your fucking perception skills are great, bro. This is not going well. This is not. No, I'm a ninja. Like, there's a white lady that you came onto her property, by the way, which means you should already be on alert, right? You fucking came onto somebody else's property. You should be like, I'm looking. This chick comes up, rolls up on him with a fucking shotgun, and he goes, "Oh shit, I didn't see you there with a fucking shotgun."
In his defense, she sucked with that because when she went to like pat him down, I go, "You're not even pointing it at him anymore." Like, she was grabbing it by the barrel. I was like, "This is not doing anything for your defense right now."
Yeah.
This is okay. Now that I know a little bit more about the production of this film, what I can tell you is that I was like, it looks like they're making this shit up on the spot, and now I realize they weren't. They weren't.
Mike, that's exactly what they're fucking doing. That's exactly what they're doing.
It's wild to me because also I can imagine how this, like, ninja movies are cheap because they just got to put some stuntmen in some ninja gear, and the hero, just all you have to be able to see is this part, and that's it, and you're good.
You could even cover his fucking mustache.
Oh, the mustache.
The stashes were amazing.
Let me tell you something. Once I knew he had a mustache, when he put the fucking ninja gear back on, I couldn't not see the mustache.
Yeah, you see the outline. You saw the outline.
You saw the outline of and I was like, oh, God bless you.
Do you think
which, by the way, ahead of their time, 40 years ago, and they're fucking and they're wearing their face mask and shit. They're wearing, thinking about not spreading. Yeah. COVID positive.
And then can we talk about Dollars, the amazing old man that has
Dollars with porn pages on one side of the jacket and crosses on the other. I'm like, oh,
not even Bibles, not anything that's of use. Crosses, just straight up crosses.
Anything that's of use. I like the no sense of irony. Not even Bibles, not even something that's of use.
Yeah,
you can read. No, that you can use. Like, you can read a Bible. Across, you're just like, I have this now.
Thank you. Are there vampires in Manila?
Yeah.
Well, I bet you that ninja would be able to. He stab somebody with a bench. He could stab somebody with a cross. I bet you that much. But Dollars was so amazing, and I mean, we're gonna get there anyways. But
I'm convinced that Dollars is like the Stan Lee of the canon films. Like, I would love to see Dollars pop up in the other other Ninja trilogy.
No, he's the fucking Samuel L. Jackson. He's the fucking Samuel. He unites the ninjas. Yes, the Nick Fury of the ninja of this NCU, if you will, Ninja Cinematic Universe.
Dude, he's like the Black Widow.
We could write it if we could find the rights to the Ninja trilogy. We could write a fucking better. We could write a ninja movie. We could write the next. We could write the episodes 7, 8, and 9 of this Ninja trilogy. We totally could, because it's all it takes is just to say, fucking make it up.
Also, I think it would be best if I did all the ninja stunts.
Yeah. Oh, like it cuts from like Di Bona putting the thing on, and then it's you wearing the ninja gear.
Yes. I would love that. Oh my gosh. They did that as Beverly Hills Ninjas.
Yeah.
No, but like, look, in this movie, it happens a couple times too, where you're just like, that's not the same guy.
That's not the same guy.
Also, like occasionally, like in that opening sequence, like there would be weapons and then they wouldn't be there. Like there was a minute. Sure. There was a minute in the opening sequence where I was like, is this one sequence or is this a highlight reel of this guy's ninja career? Because where did that bow and arrow come from?
Real quick question. The ninja dressed in black. I don't want to say black ninja because that means something different. But ninja dressed in black in the beginning sequence in the jungle. He jumps and then he opens up his fucking nunchucks. And I'm like, sir, you're literally bringing a nunchuck to a katana blade fight. Like that's not a good. This is not a like. It's not. Nunchucks are not meant to go up against swords. That's not what they're meant for. Like, and I'm just like, oh, okay, all right.
And look, and I don't
that's a bold strategy, Colin. Let's see how it works out.
It's first highlight reel.
I don't know anything about Franco Nero's like martial arts background, but
neither does he.
Yeah, but he looks so painfully awkward standing there with no shirt on, trying to use the nunchucks.
And no, but he wouldn't let it go. He would keep it. He had it held with both hands the whole time.
He would just whip his arms around the whole time, looking like he was trying to not shit his pants.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what it looked like? It looked like when people use the stick to stretch out at the gym when they use the bar to stretch out. At the gym. It looked like he was just like reaching the extreme limits of these muscles.
And then she goes, "I'm going into town. Would you want to go?" And then he just pauses and goes, "Okay."
Yeah,
and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
He just throws the nunchucks.
But let me get my denim jacket on for this balmy Manila weather.
Oh yeah, he was like suited up.
Oh wait, guys, they show Frank and him going to the villagers or whatever, and then he pays them and he gives them 500 pesos, and then later on I find out that they're in Manila, and I'm like, sir, that is not the currency in fucking Manila. It's not pesos.
I missed something at the beginning, and then I was like, "Oh wait, where the fuck are they?" Like, genuinely. Which I think that they wrote something originally, where they were in Mexico, and then they're like, "Why would there be?"
It actually is.
It is the peso. It's the Philippine peso, but it is.
All right.
But I heard pesos. I
heard pesos and I got thrown off. I apologize.
The historical background to that is also a lot of Filipinos you meet will have Hispanic sounding names because of Magellan's crew colonizing the Philippines.
Oh, the Spanish, yeah.
So a lot of Philippine culture is like they're
similar to Hispanic culture.
They have Hispanic words for a lot of things.
Well, that's funny. Like my last name is Mercadal, and there's a ton of them in Spain, and then a ton of them in southern France, which is understandable, and then like a shit ton in the Philippines. And my last name isn't even common in Spain, but there's like a shit ton in Philippines, which makes me feel really bad about my heritage because it means they were fucking monsters.
Mike's family are the colonizers.
Sure. That's one of my huge pet peeves about like Latinos not believing that they're just white colonial imperialists, but in Spanish. You know what I mean? Like they just did it in Espanol, and then suddenly that's like, oh,
that's more of a Hispanic thing and not more of a Latino thing. The Latinos are like the Central Americans from Latin America, and we're usually the ones that got fucking colonized. The Caribbean ones, y'all guys are the ones who claim Spain. Everybody who claims, oh, my family's from Spain, yeah.
Neri, what the fuck are you talking about? They all speak Spanish for a reason.
Yeah, but again, if you're Latin American, chances are your family got fucked. Didn't do the fucking, is what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. From the other side, chances are your family did the fucking. Just there's two people there. There's two. It takes two, but only one did the fucking. Of them. All right, so
let me ask you.
We got a limited amount of time on this one.
I got a quick question. Yeah. Do you guys think this was done for 3D? Because in that bar fight, there's that one punch that he gives to the guy that it does like the camera from behind it. It's like a slow like. He like looks at it.
Waiting for one tooth to come flying out.
Yeah. And the bad guys are all in white. Like
oh my god, there's so much white in this fucking movie. I'm like, what's going on? It's so much white in this movie.
One of my favorite just interactions was when they go to the dock and they have like 50 guys and like, we just need 10. We don't need all of you guys.
Yeah, why wouldn't you just hire all 50?
Everybody pair off and then they fucking start fighting each other out of nowhere.
And the one guy, he's like, what's your name? Preacher. Well, what's a good sermon for today, preacher? And he says some stupid shit like,
do what the man wants. Do what the man asks.
And then he's like, well, kill him. He's like, all right.
Get down on your knees and
And
pray.
then this
It's like,
bullshit
wait, are you
hook
gonna
guy-
kill me or make me blow you?
He's the hook guy.
Hey,
And then the hook guy
Dibona,
goes like,
Dibona.
"Dang!"
It could be
And-
both. It could be both. Yeah, I'm dude. Everything about this. First of all, that fucking polo game, that polo match that we watched, worst seats in the house. This dude is sitting with his fucking. He's watching the game with his back turned to the game. Just turn around. I don't understand. And then the announcer of the fucking match, right, which is clearly ADR. The announcer is like, and then this guy chat, and then he, and then he. I like when he goes, go, and then he goes, go. And I'm like, that's how you call it goal? You call it goal like Ferris Bueller's teacher? You just is that what the enthusiasm that this guy like go?
Dude, the most uptight of sports, polo.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's like random women sunbathing, like it's like in bikinis, and there's no pool, and it's like, what do you do?
They're trying to show you just what kind of evil we're dealing with here.
Oh yeah,
the unaware evil, where they're just like, yeah, we're just better than these people.
Yeah.
We just came here to civilize the place a little bit, and we're.
Look at me, I'm the bad guy. So I took a bunch of these people and put them in a pool, and I call them my mobile.
Yeah.
Yes. Can we talk about that Vesuvius or whatever his name was?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Veneers.
Venereal disease.
Yeah.
That guy. As a bad guy, I loved as a bad guy because
hey, the best bad guy we've had. The best bad guy we've had in. I think the best bad guy we've had.
Without a doubt.
And our short KickFlix run, we've had some really underwhelming and bad.
Excuse me, sir, Joe Piscopo.
I mean,
I stand with what I said. But this guy right here, he was a villain to the fucking core.
Yeah. Even
no
at
loyalties.
the end, everyone was getting murdered around him, and he was still like, "I'm a badass. I'm impervious to shurikens into my skull."
He killed his British. Mr. What was his name?
It was Parker. I have the name, Parker.
Mr. Parker. Mr. Parker, who died like a fucking gentleman.
Like a G, sir.
That dude, in the most British moment ever, arrow through the wrist, and he goes, "I think I've been injured." So.
Yeah.
And he was like, "This hurts."
Yes.
This arrow in
He's my
wrist.
favorite guy.
Yeah. Oh my god! And then when he gets,
you mean the guy that figured out the definition of ninja and all the and that the guy was a ninja without anybody else figuring out. He's like,
"Let me." It's like us opening the episode. He's like, "Let me read you the Wikipedia of what ninjas are."
I took notes, but he goes, "I took notes," and he goes, "This guy's a ninja." And I'm like, "How the fuck? He wasn't even in ninja attire. What do you mean?
Yeah.
How do you know he's a ninja? It's crazy. That whole scene is crazy where he takes out 16 dudes, right? Secretly takes out 16 dudes.
That montage.
And then, he takes out 16 dudes, and there's still 4 dudes with fucking guns. Or 6, I'm sorry, he takes out 14 dudes, and there's still 6 dudes, because there was 20. There's still 16 dudes with guns, or 6 dudes with guns. And then, Dollar fucking shoots one from above and goes, "Put the guns down," and they all put the guns down, and then he goes, "Now it's a fair fight," and then Dollar proceeds to put his gun down, like if to say he can't. These guys put their guns down, they can't pick them back up. It's against the rules. They can't pick the guns back up. Once I stop pointing my guns at them, I stopped pointing my guns at them because they did what I asked them to do.
We're all men of honor here with born in our jackets.
Well, you're talking about the same when after he does that amazing.
We're all men of honor here.
With porn in our jackets.
After he because that montage of him taking out all the guards is amazing. Because they do these like camera angles where he pops out of in between 2 of them and just chops their necks, and then he takes all the guns and just puts them in front of the bad guy. I believe these are yours. Don't give them to him.
He literally makes like a little bonfire of guns. It's just like click.
There you go.
Yeah, but I was waiting for him to be like, "Don't worry, I already took out I already threw away the bullets or some crazy shit." But he was like, "No, these are yours." And then
the guy just looks back. And he's like,
and then they start fighting. This is my favorite part. They start fighting, right? Dollar leaves. Because he's like, "No, you guys we're all men of honor here. We're fine." So Dollar leaves, and then he's watching like, yeah. The fight happens, and then they're at the bar. They cut to Frank and this dude at the bar, and Frank goes into this thing about how he can't get it up anymore for his wife.
Yep.
And basically invites this dude without saying it, invites him to fuck his wife, and I'm like,
yeah.
yo, Jeff, did this guy just invite this dude to fuck his wife? And then Jeff was like, oh, you mean when he told him that he can't get a boner? I'm like,
my dick don't work. My dick don't work. Yeah.
And then the next scene is her walking into the bedroom.
She's cool now, bro, but she just wants it all the time. And I can't do it anymore. I'm like,
and then the best part is like, so she walks into the room and he like turns the light off. They do that whole thing. And then the next morning they're at breakfast and they start arguing. And he goes, "What? He didn't give it to you good enough last night?"
No, you didn't get
enough sack time.
You didn't get enough sack time. And I was like,
sack time.
Does he know? Did he send her over? Like, I'm so intrigued by this. I'm more intrigued by the fucking telenovela fucking storyline of this than I am with the ninja shit. I'm like, I need to know. I need to know about this.
I want to know how the whatever
venereal
disease. I want to see his climb to power. I'm telling you, we could write the prequel to this about venereal.
You know what?
I want his life story. First of all, how is he in the Philippines? What is he doing in the Philippines?
Well, oil baron.
Yeah. Why does he have the tallest building in Manila?
Why is there oil there?
Yeah. I want a backstory of the talent agent that was able to find a ninja.
Yes.
Why is a geographical report handwritten on a fucking notebook?
Yeah.
That's just out on the table. Like, why is that? But let's get to that talent. I want a ninja of my own, which not for nothing, that's a pretty badass line.
But he goes
he's got a ninja. I want a ninja of my own. I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool.
But he goes to the talent agent, and the guy's showing him like pictures of actors.
Like, you want an acrobat with a sword? Yeah. I know acrobats with swords.
Everyone in this movie is more interesting than Cole. Everyone in this movie is so much more interesting than the main character. That it's like frustrating to now go back and think about literally every other thing we could have seen, but now we had to watch this guy be honorable or whatever the fuck, and we had to watch him just kind of like walk
a ninja help the least fortunate by fucking his friend's wife. What now?
Yeah. And beating the shit out of poor ethnic workers who are in debt. Come on, man. This whole movie is just like a struggle.
But if you want a ninja, I usually work with acrobats and actors. But if you want a ninja, I'll find you a ninja. And then I asked Jeff as a joke. I go, "You think he's gonna take the 20% for a finder's fee that an agent would take?" And then he says it in the line. He says it in the movie. He says, "I represent him now." I'm like, "Get the fuck!"
What I love is that the presentation of the black ninja was like a geisha. Like you're going for like a porn house.
And he kept jumping out of the doorway and coming back with a different weapon. I was weak. I had to pause. I had to pause the fucking movie because it was so ridiculous. It's like, haha, you like this? Look, size. I'm out. I'm back. I've got a spear.
I was half expecting
Already, Di Bona and I are laughing way harder than we did at Shanghai soccer. Already.
I would say at one point I expected him to do the thing where he goes out of frame and then he goes,
yeah.
Oh!
I'm gonna take the escalator.
Yeah.
Look at this canoe.
Like to take the side and just go, oh, like my head has been chopped off.
He's on one side and a bow staff just comes out from the other side.
No. When did he get the time, Vesuvius, to make a movie about the ninja that they leave in the office? Yeah. That he looks at and he goes,
reel.
Yeah,
it's the ninja scissor reel, bro. Hey, bro, every aspiring ninja needs a good scissor reel because that's how recruiters come and they fucking recruit you based upon your scissor reel. We all know. Every college athlete knows the same thing. When you're in high school, you got to get your scissor reel so your college recruiter can come and get you. Same thing.
I will tell you this. As someone who struggled to find a good agent, that's a good agent. Very good agent. Because I don't think Vesuvius made it. I think the agent was like, well, I got to market you somehow. And I'm just going to film a snuff film of you murdering people with multiple takes and angles.
Oh, it's good. Don't worry about it. Don't mind these cameras. Can you imagine being the guy in the black ninja or being the other guy, the guy who's going to get killed and be like,
he's like,
so I just walk in here?
You just want to stand here? Should I just stand here?
I need you to walk in. You're doing great. Shot. I need you to walk in and then act surprised when he kills you.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Action.
I like what you're doing.
I'm pretty surprised. Wait, what am I doing?
I like what you're doing. Can you give me more master's degree in ninja killing? Can you give me more of that? I need that.
I love that.
That was good, but I'm gonna go get another lackey. I wasn't feeling that one. I need the blow dart to really explode out of there.
Oh, sorry, there was a hair in the gate. We gotta do it again.
So one of my
Can we do a take two? And the ninja's like, no, he's dead.
Yeah, he's like, no, it's done. Like,
what are you talking about?
One of my favorite things with the Black Ninja, I want to say real quick, is one of my favorite shots in the entire movie is when he's burning down the workers' village and he's holding the two torches and he's not being discreet at all and just going, ah!
That is what the closed captions literally says: karate noises, karate screaming.
Yes.
I was like, Pyro Ninja is amazing.
I love the fact that it's like they have totally. Not only they made their own rules of their own universe. They're like ninja. It's to help the least fortunate. Already historically inaccurate, but fuck it. You made the rules. Let's go with this. And then they were like stealth. Not stealth. Not stealth.
Do everything
fucking tiki. Tiki.
No moonless night. No like hiding in trees. No. We do everything in the daylight.
Yeah.
And when he slashes the James Caan lookalike with the knife, there's no cut whatsoever. It's just a splash of like two lines of blood. Like
when he brings it across his neck, you can see the blood shoot out of the knife blade and then leave no mark on the guy's neck.
There's a lot of first of all, the classic ninja move of screaming and pointing at yourself with fire. Classic, early classic move.
It's a fucking trope. Such a trope. It's such a cinematic trope. We get it.
But also like in this movie has a lot of what I love in these martial arts. I was gonna say kung fu movies, which are usually the kind of go-to. There's a lot of like cuts, and then like the take is a wound and a guy reacting to getting the wound once it's already there. So there was a ton of that at the beginning where they would cut and then all of a sudden it would like show the guy like the sword leaving frame and then a guy going, ah, you know, like just that one moment of hesitation. The edit was just a little gap where there was like, where he's like, ah.
That was, remember in that final scenario with Preacher and the black guy that it's like, what's he doing there? I don't know. And then they both like it cuts back, and they both got the knives or the shuriken in their chest, and they just go.
Like, I know we're both holding guns, pointing them at a man with no gun, and our only job is to kill him. But let's talk for a second.
Yeah. My favorite. Look, I will say this about the shurikens. This guy is throwing like Randy Johnson level fastballs. To get those things stuck in a skull.
Not for nothing, but
the wrong way, like chopped through. Have you ever chopped through a side of beef rib? Like that shit is legit impossible to do from the distance.
You know the coolest fucking kill. You know the kill to piggyback off what you're saying, Mike. You know the fucking dope ass murder is when he fucking killed them with that climbing thing. Head. I was like, that's dope.
The best death is Vesuvius's though. Like that's the classic death.
Well, which one are you? Are you speaking of this?
That one. Do you have the screenshot of him shrugging his shoulders?
No, I just have. I mean, I have the video of it, but I can't show it.
He died literally like this.
What are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do?
Wow.
It's almost like from the Flintstones where he's like, it's a living. And
And then like the last fight between him and the Black Ninja bothered me because like
Ninja in Black was that he throws like the stuff to blind him, and then instead of just attacking him, he starts flipping around the entire ring for no reason whatsoever. And then it's because he's a bad ninja.
Yeah, and then I hated that last little stab that he does. Like he just kind of goes.
I like the fact that he does. I like the fact that he goes run. Like he tells a girl to leave, and he's like, "I'll meet you at home." And he's like, "What about you?" And he goes, "I'll meet you back at home."
Hopefully.
And hopefully, and I was like, that doesn't show a lot of confidence.
And the ninja in black like looks at her and goes, go ahead. Like he just kind of goes, yeah, go ahead.
Also, I love the fact that this chick has been kidnapped. Her husband has been murdered in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
she gets let go home, and she goes, I'm gonna go to the second row and just watch this fight from up there. And then she just sits there, and then oh my god, we didn't even talk about the cockfights. There's so many impromptu cockfights.
Those are the best.
Yeah. And
welcome back. Cockfight.
Was that a cockfighting ring that they were fighting in
Yes,
at the
yes,
end?
yes,
Is that what
yes.
that was supposed to be?
This is gonna be the most Hispanic thing I've ever said, but I've been to my fair share of fucking cockfights in my life. I promise you that's a cockfighting ring. I promise you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hey man, it was the 80s. I was a fucking kid, and you know what I mean? Finding a babysitter was fucking tough, bro. Sometimes
if you had said I've been to a cockfight, it's the fact that you went with the phrase fair share of.
Fair share, bro. In the 80s, as a kid, growing up in Miami, in the 80s, bro, I've been to my fucking fair share. Absolutely.
I will say that, like, you can pretty much wipe the slate clean of a lot of shit by just saying it was the 80s.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's, you know what it is? It's the chronological equivalent to it's New York, baby. Like it's that shit. Was that $125 Uber ride for a fucking will cost you $40 to get here? It's New York, baby. And you go, what the fuck? Yeah, it's the 80s, bro. What are you gonna do? Yeah, cockfights. Oh my god, it's so great. It's the impromptu cockfights and the amount of joy that it gave this guy.
Super into it.
The amount of fucking joy.
Think about it. He can't get an erection, so the cockfighting, it's a symbol. It's symbolism.
Oh my god.
That might be the deepest writing that this movie has just fucking escalated.
This movie was one long erectile dysfunction ad.
Yeah. So, wait. Can we talk about? We gotta wrap it up. Okay. Can we talk about the awesomeness of that is the last fucking shot of this film. I say film, sir, because this is not a movie.
Pull it up, Mary. Pull it up. There it is. There it is.
I forgot about that.
There it is. The money shot, ladies and gentlemen.
The fucking money shot. To the viewers, you will know this as the flyer that the picture we decided to use for the flyer. Because goddamn right, we're using this fucking picture for the flyer.
So,
it's fantastic. If you're audio listening, go back, check our Facebook, check our YouTube pages. You're gonna want to watch this. It's so fucking good. Man.
So really quick, because we do the scores for each movie.
Right.
Critics scored. This is another one where the critics scored it higher than the audience did. The critics scored this at 40%, and the audience scored it at 36%.
Oh, well, that's fair. That's fair. That's a fair margin of error. Sure.
4% plus minus. I'll give
you. Yeah.
I will say, I think they kind of fucking nailed it, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not even mad at that score. I love this film, but I'm not even mad at that score. I'm like, that's all right.
Fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. What are we gonna go through? 1 through 5. What are you rating this movie, Di Bona?
1
through 5 impromptu cockfights. What are you rating?
Impromptu cockfights. I didn't like this movie. I'm laughing about it now, but the movie.
What's the rating? What's the
rating? The rating is 1 prosthetic hook to the dick. Like I just.
What you gave Shaolin Soccer a higher rating than this movie,
dude? Because upon revisiting Shaolin Soccer, I was laughing, but then I'm laughing at this one. But this wasn't.
Oh, we're laughing hard as fuck at this one.
We are, but it's not because it was a good movie. I'm laughing at how terrible this movie was. That's
still a good thing. You could still love a movie that's bad.
I can, but this one didn't blow my skirt up, man.
You know, man, you're crazy. But Shaolin Soccer, I thought we were together on this, man. I thought we were fucking together on this. Jeff, what do you give it? How many hooks to the dick do you?
Well, you took my cockfighting thing, so I'm gonna give this I can't give it like the same level of Shaolin Soccer. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5. Missed shuriken throws. Because the thing is, the reason it's there is because you said they were actually trying to make this a good movie.
Oh, I mean, again, knowing the history, I know that they were just trying to make an action movie that's gonna make
They were trying.
I know that.
And they're like, listen, we need a feature length worth of movie, and that's it.
I like cheesy movies, like that's why I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. But I can't give it like I can't.
Michael.
So I give it 1 out of 5 if you're watching alone, 3 out of 5 if you're watching with people, because these movies are always better with people. 3 out of 5 gang sign Japanese fights.
The things, yes.
Demonstrations.
We didn't even talk about those.
3 out of 5 hand gestures of ninjutsu.
The airbending.
I give this movie a 4.5 ninjutsu certificate of completion out of 5. 4.5 out of 5 ninjutsu completion certificates. The only reason I don't give this movie a straight up 5, and I'm putting a Jeff move here, is because Ninja 3 The Domination earns that fucking top spot for me, baby. As a fucking 5, that is a perfect fucking film. Mm-hmm. But this shit right here, I love this fucking movie. I had the best time. And I'm tell you something, I watched this movie in between fucking diaper changes and doctor visits. I had to take my kid to the doctor. Like I had to do, like it wasn't even a one sitting diaper, and I fucking loved this movie. It was everything. But I was live texting with Jeff that had just finished watching it probably 10 minutes before I started watching it. It was fucking gold.
This is a must watch with other
it was so much fun. I had so much fun watching this movie. This is fucking great, man. I wish I would have had this much fun watching Shaolin Soccer. This is not a knock on Shaolin Soccer, not to beat a dead horse, but yeah. All right, we're gonna go and pick the next movie that we're gonna watch for the next episode.
Bring on the wheel.
Bring on the wheel. Make sure if you've listened to us before, you know the drill. Make sure you guys go to kickflixpod@gmail.com and
send your suggestions, stuff you want to add to the wheel, which we've discussed. Boxing is now considered a martial art. You can send us your boxing movies as well.
That is correct.
There was some debate.
There are 47 movies left on the wheel, and if you want to send us more picks, by all means, send us more picks. Here we go.
Wheel of morality. Wheel of fatality. Turn.
Oh. Get the fuck out of here, baby. Let's go. Ninja Assassin.
There's a fucking ninja movie.
I'm so excited, bro.
Ninja Assassin's so good. I'm so happy.
Another Ninja Assassin movie.
Goddamn ninja movie.
Oh, man.
Anyways, thank you guys for checking us out. If you're listening to the audio version, as most of you are, make sure to check out all our social media. Everything is at KickFlix Pod. It's like Netflix but with a kick. Make sure you check out the other podcasts on the Geek Bro Network, including but not limited to, pero let me tell you, the What's Up Bro podcast, the MtGeekmore podcast, Cramotopia, Shiver, a horror movie podcast, A Dose of Ellie, and Child Like a Best with Mike Valdez. Everything is available at geekbro.net. Make sure you guys check that out. Di Bona, thank you very much for hopping back on again. Appreciate you very much, even though you didn't go with the fucking rating I told you to fucking move. Make sure to check out all our social medias on the screen. My comedy is at Nary Signs or whatwashisname.com. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm trying to grow my Instagram. Thank you guys again. Love you. KickFlix.